Hello. I've been married for 10 years, and for the past 3 years, my husband has been drifting away from me. I've asked him several times why I went wrong, but he keeps saying that I'm a good woman and that it's his own problem that he's dealing with. He went on to say he fell out of love with me at a point in time and that he's trying to find his way back. He's not been intimate with me for a year now, and I've tried all I can, but all efforts have proven futile. Believe me, I'm not a low woman at all. Men are all over me, except my husband. He's not quarreling or having any issues with me. It's just that the intimacy is gone. We're now living like brother and sister, and it's killing me. We sleep in the same bed, but he doesn't even make advances. If I try to, he's just off, and I stop trying because I feel it's embarrassing. We have 3 kids. What do? I don't want to cheat either.
Okay, so there you have it. That's the story. Married for 10 years, husband's been drifting away, no sex in over a year, I believe. How do you deal with something like that?
Okay, let me go since
Everybody's quiet.
yes.
All right.
So this is what I think. I think clearly the man is preventing something dire from happening to you because he's cheating on you. This is, I'm just saying it straight away. And he probably doesn't want to get physical with you because he doesn't want to pass anything on to you. This is what I think, because you've been married for 10 years. In the last 3 years, you've been having problems. You are trying to, solve what it is. You are trying to get to the bottom of the matter. He says it's not you, it's him. Okay, so if it's you,
What are you
let's
doing
do
about it?
something
Yeah.
about it. And then you say, no, you don't worry, you're a good woman. So what are we doing? We're just there. And for a year, we have not been intimate. Where do you want me to get my satisfaction from? Hello, my hand is this thing.
Okay.
Tina,
Anyway,
are you okay?
no. I don't understand how somebody says it's not you, it is me, and leaves the matter at that. And we are not progressing. It's not like you've admitted that it is your fault, and so let's do ABC about it. We are still sitting down. So it's either I don't want you to get into trouble. I love you too much. You haven't done anything wrong with me. I'm having an affair, but I don't want to have an affair with you to pass on anything to you. So let me just stay back. Or I've checked out. I don't want the relationship anymore. So it's just hanging. So when you are tired, I don't want to be the one to leave you. So when you are tired and you are frustrated, so it's like when they want to kick you out of a job and they don't know how to do it, they frustrate you on all levels, and then you yourself will say that I'm resigning. One resigning, you're cycle.
Indirectly. Yeah, I feel you.
So the man doesn't. This is my thing. From all indication for me, if he has admitted that it is him and he's not even making any efforts to resolve whatever it is, then he's checked out. So you need to make your decision and say that, okay, it's either it's you, so let's find a solution to whatever your problem is, and keep on loving him till he comes out and says what exactly is wrong with him. Or you just say, okay, if you won't tell me and we can't resolve it, I cannot just be there, because it will push you to go and cheat, and then you'll be the bad person.
Sorry.
No,
Okay.
go ahead.
Yeah,
yeah.
I think that marriages go through phases, and sometimes couples are not really ready for what kids come along with in a marriage. So there are situations where everything was okay. Communication, sex life is upbeat and everything is okay, you're enjoying yourselves. And when the children start coming in, naturally, every woman wants to give their time, attention to that new one that has come in. It's not every man who knows how to handle that. Sometimes they may tend to pretend to handle it with you because people are going on and on about, oh, that kind of thing. So you are playing along. But some women tend to forget about the husband somewhat. Not forget, but like maybe the way we used to put aside, like deal with more important things first and putting aside what the husband also needs. And sometimes if you're not careful, you have 3 kids. So I'm thinking that it's happened before, maybe the first time he was supportive, second time, third time. It's possible that he checked out longer than the 3 years you're even talking about. But you only realized it in the past 3 years because now probably the kids are a little independent and now you want that kind of companionship back. But the guy has gotten used to doing things without you because he's gotten used to being the second most important person after the first child. Okay, now the third most important person after the second child, the fourth most important thing after the third child. So he's gotten used to, because this thing happens a lot. I've seen it happen in a few marriages that people that I'm close to, where kids come in and it just takes away the fire, the excitement in the marriage if it's not properly handled. So all I'll say is that since it's the woman sending the question, ask yourself, when really did things start going wrong? I'm not blaming you, because as a woman, like we all know, before, like when you get pregnant, it comes with its own wahala. The babies come with their own wahala, taking care of them, the psychological, physical, you can't even begin to imagine. But the thing is that it's not every time that you have men go along with you that journey. So maybe when he says you're a good woman, what he means to say is that you haven't done anything wrong. You have done everything possible to take care of your home, to take care of your family. You're raising my kids the best way anybody can. But the truth of the matter is that he's gotten used to being in the background. Right now, the energy, the fire to be all lovey-dovey, play sex games with you, Charlie.
So for 1 year, you not
No,
have
hold
sex?
on. No, I'm not saying for 1 year. I'm saying that it may have started from 2 days. Well, I'm busy. Today I'm tired. The kids did it 1 week. Then 1 month. But at the time he was doing 1 month, 2 months, you, the woman, didn't say anything wrong because you were occupied doing other more important things. So he's just getting to that stage. It's okay, fine. Maybe I'm just a nuisance. Let me not worry her again. And once you start getting comfortable, taking leave of absence for 2 months, 3 months, it's very easy to do 1 year. Very easy to do 1 year. So what I'm saying is that it's possible that if I'm looking at 10 years, kids, 3 years, I'm just looking at the fact that if the childbearing cycle, when it would have ended, and when she now started noticing that things are going wrong, maybe she has now woken up to like, oh, right now I'm free. I've worked on my body's getting into shape, I'm looking more attractive, and now you expect to have that lovey-dovey again, and the guy has checked out. So I'm saying that, look, marriage, like we keep saying, that it's not an easy thing. It's for matured minds. It's not for the feeble. It's not for people who just check out when there's something wrong. So I think that at least him saying that it's not you, it's me, it means that it's not like you've done something so grave. It presents an opportunity to keep talking. But if you keep talking like, what have I done wrong? What have I done wrong? What have I done wrong? You are finding fault. Sometimes the asking what have I done wrong gets even irritating at some point. Sometimes just start working at it.
The guy said he has a problem that he's dealing with.
Yes.
So
Maybe the problem of not being able to be excited by her anymore. It could be that. It doesn't necessarily have to be another chick. It could be another chick.
It could be work related.
It could be work related. It could be other things. It could be family. It could be so many things. But I'm saying that sometimes when the person acknowledges that it's not your fault, maybe all you need to do is to be there for them. And sometimes when it comes to men, I'm not justifying it, but sometimes they find it difficult to break down their issues to their women. They just find it difficult. It's a man thing. Instead of telling I'm having a problem at work, most of the time they try to internalize, I'm just having a few issues to deal with. Even though the ideal thing would be to bring it all up to the table so your supportive wife can,
Help.
They won't do that. So what you have to do is just be the supportive wife. Just be there. Don't be asking questions and be doing things. Just do what you have to do. If you have to be nice, yes, you've tried once. There's nothing embarrassing about wooing your husband. There's nothing embarrassing about it. I do it. If the thing is that my things are knocking things, I should sit down and watch you. No. I'll take it. It's mine. So I'll take it. So there's nothing embarrassing about wooing your husband. So you've tried once, you've tried twice. It wasn't responsive. It doesn't mean that you should stop trying. you should keep trying. The fact that you fail twice doesn't mean that you shouldn't stop trying. So I think that, look, the basis of marriage is communication. Yes, he's not communicating well with you, but just take your time and try and cultivate that habit of communicating. Keep at it. Keep talking to him. Oh, how was work? How's everything? What's going on with you? General thing, like general things, just to get him to start talking. Along the line, probably the fire will get rekindled.
To add on to what Rosie said, sometimes we as women do things without knowing. Especially to our partners. We don't know. I heard the story of a woman who used to have a very fiery relationship with her husband. Sex was great and everything. And along the line, her husband also stopped touching her completely for about a year. She didn't understand. She went and patiently. Long story short, she made an utterance. Something that had to do with his willy. He came on her wanting to have sex playfully, and she was like, for us, dear no langa was a baby free.
You said this thing.
Yeah, on the show before.
Exactly. And it killed him. His whole ego as a man, his whole, his essence as a man. So, he was thinking, so all these years have you been faking? 1,000,001 things go into their heads. And I'm not a man. I will never be a man, and I don't know how men think. But it will surprise you that the little things tend to put them off. So like Rosie is saying, you have to be patient. It's hard. My other question too is, for 1 year, if you're not eating home, why are you eating? That's my thing. Saying if you're not, why are you getting your nutrients from?
Maybe there's an increase in the amount of soaps they buy in the house. I'm just saying.
Which is a bit, really? I know that, maybe a couple of months, maybe you are arguing, so everybody's playing hard to get. But for 1 year, you're not having sex with your wife and you think it's okay. That one, there's some way.
It's good we have guys in the audience.
Exactly.
We'll have to ask them that question.
1 year.
But in trying to woo him, I feel like maybe the environment is the same over and over and over again. Try a different approach. Invite him out. Because you both know there's something not right. Try a different approach. I always say, sometimes being in the house, even sometimes having sex in the same house is boring.
Try a different. Do you want to go and have sex?
Hey, sister, on the show.
Go out
we don't have all day. We don't have all day. Yeah, but take him out. Out of the house, out of the whole stress environment. The kids, we used to say every time maybe you guys want to talk, the kids are here. No, take the kids to grandma, grandpa, somebody. Charlie, my marriage is on fire. Charlie, I need to go sort something out. Take your husband out. My dear Charlie, I love you, pal. You haven't touched me in a while. What's up? I'm yearning for you, Charlie. And be romantic. And then you never know. I'm not saying that is the solution, but that's a different approach to try it. Try that and see how it goes. But definitely that conversation has to happen because you have to let him know, Charlie, I'm warm-blooded, beautiful, delicious woman. Yeah, you have to let him know and then bring his mind back home. Get some nice lingerie, work it out, Charlie. If you have to indirectly rape him, but out of the house. Out of the house in a nice way.
Please, you can't say that. If he doesn't want to have sex, you can't rape him.
No.
You'd complain if he did that.
That's true. I'll complain. So don't do that. And on second thoughts, don't do that. But basically what I'm saying is that get it out of the house in an environment that's conducive for him to listen to you and for you to be able to listen to him.
Let me ask the guys. I mean, what are the chances that this gentleman who has gone 1 year without being intimate with his wife is being faithful? From your own perspective.
Chances.
What are the chances?
Well, I wouldn't want to speculate. Yeah.
Because his girlfriend is listening.
Yes. I wouldn't want to.
Is there anybody who would like to speculate?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'll come back to you. But let me just, because I really want to get this out of the way.
I think there are some things that we need to look at. We need to look at. First, how old is the man? What work does he do?
Okay.
Does he have something that is eating him up? Or at the course of lovemaking, at the end of lovemaking, the woman end up criticizing him that you don't do well. There are so many things that need to be looked at. There are a lot of women in this world. So for you to choose one woman, it means you love that woman. And so you need to give her your all.
Right.
So the concern of your wife should be your priority. So here, I think they need to sit down and then the woman need to tell him her problem, because marriage without sex is like food without salt.
Okay.
Yeah.
So to answer my question,
Yeah.
No, there's no.
to
there's
answer
no
my
food.
question,
There's no food.
to answer my question, what are the chances that he's staying faithful?
So he need to prioritize
Oh,
the
you are dodging the
consent.
question.
What are the
The
chances
chances.
that he's staying faithful
Can
after
he-
being
can
away
he
from his
stay
wife?
Away from his wife for 1 year and still be faithful.
No.
This is what we want to hear. So,
Okay.
so what are the chances? Is it 80%, 20%, what? 50-50?
Charlie is confused.
Yeah, I think the man has a problem. The man has a problem.
Okay, all right.
So I don't. It won't be that like. It will be like he's cheating. Maybe something's wrong. Maybe he's having a problem down there. And maybe it's very difficult to tell the man.
That's
There'll be so
yeah.
many factors that.
Oh, no, I can't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think.
Okay. Let me
Doesn't have a working merchandise.
come back here. Great.
Yeah, he said most of the things. Maybe he has a problem down there. But aside that, I think temperament has a lot to play when it comes to people voicing out. Sometimes there's something eating this man up. It may not be you, it may be work, it may be a whole lot. Maybe he's done something he feels so bad about, he can't communicate with you. So you need to take your time and really get this issue out of the person. Because sometimes some people don't communicate at all. So you don't need to just jump into conclusions here and there, but try as much as possible to bring him back on board. He's checked out due to there are so many factors that could be the reason why he's checked out.
Question: what would the woman have to do to bring him back?
I mean, you can send kids to your parent and try and take him out. You can talk to his pastor. Somebody he will be comfortable sharing whatever is eating him up. You know, there's something eating this man up. It's not just that he's just checked out because, or probably he has cheated. There are so many reasons.
Okay.
But he's not communicating. So that's why I said I didn't want to speculate and jump into conclusions. So what you can do to get this information out of this man should be the priority of this woman.
Okay. There was a gentleman directly behind you who wanted to talk. Yes.
Okay, so your question, chances are, what are the chances?
What are the chances that he's being faithful?
Well, if there's nothing wrong down there, then it's either he's cheating or it could also be possible he's masturbating for satisfaction.
Wow. When the actual thing lies by him every night.
Yeah, it's possible.
Interesting.
It's
Hey, there are some
possible.
men who prefer that.
Yeah.
Eh?
I'm asking.
But if there are issues that pushed him to start doing that and he got comfortable doing it.
And also,
doesn't need her.
Yeah.
after childbirth, has anything changed about the woman that maybe she's not
As
taking good
attractive.
care of herself? That is push the man away from not touching her. Because I know that after birth, even though I'm not a woman, I've seen women who after birth they change a lot. They change if they don't work on themselves. They change even physically.
Yeah,
When you
physically.
see that, you can see that they've changed. So maybe that side too should be looked at.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Valid points. Valid points. All right. Well, sister must continue. We've got a couple more stories.